What would a family need to do to make it feel like a family to you?
Just accept me for who I am.
Have clothes for me. Have food on the table whenever it's time for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Be kind and have courage.
I want them to be trustworthy. I want them to stay in my support system. I want them to be caring, supportive.
Love, because I didn't have that when I was growing up, so.
Just having dinner at the table, asking me how my day was at school.
If it's somebody that will take care of me, that loves me, that's just family.
Someone that'll love me, take care of me, someone that can keep up with me, have a lot of energy.
Someone who cares about you, feeds you, and gives you things that you really need.
Feed me, help me, have fun with me. Don't make me feel like I'm alone.
But at least it's still nice to have a family, because everybody deserves a family out there. No matter if you're homeless, if you ran away, or if you've gone through a lot of stuff, you still deserve a home. I really don't care about the color, because it really shouldn't matter what color you are, as long as you're a loving and caring family and I have a roof over my head.
Adoption's when you find your forever family.
I've always wanted to be adopted ever since I was like 12. Because I was like, that must be so great, having a great family behind the walls of all the stuff you've been through.
What do you know about adoption?
Well, adoption to me is whenever you're getting to restart your life, you're getting a new home, someone you can call family.
If you are in foster care and you want to be adopted, I know that somebody needs a kid and might adopt you, and then you'll become happy.
Oh, seeing when someone's adopted, being at an adoption is amazing. Just helping these kids and young adults find their forever homes is amazing. And I just want to help where help is needed. And if I've got a skill that the Lord has given me, then I want to use it for His glory. It's good to donate your skills. It's very selfless, and anything that's selfless is going to help your character develop in a very positive way. These children, they need someone to advocate for them, and if that's the thing that you can do to advocate for these kids, then I think you should do it.
Well, I have two adopted children. My husband and I adopted them both as infants. I didn't know anything about Heart Gallery, but if I was going to spend time away from my family and away from work, I wanted it to be something, that was worthwhile. And I think, people everywhere have different passions. And I love it that for Heart Gallery, there was a place for me to go and to really live out that passion in a way that I felt was meaningful, but that aligned with, what I felt my calling was. And if you're going to give it up, you want to make sure that you're giving it up for something worthwhile. And I certainly feel that way about Heart Gallery. You know what you think is happening out there in the world, and you think these kids are facing a lot of tough times, but to see a kid get so excited about something that we take for granted, it brought it all home. I mean, this is why we do what we do. We want to find these kids places. You think about, hey, I really want to make sure that kids can have a home. This is a great place to volunteer because you get to see kind of from beginning to end. You get to see all the people in the system working and pulling together to make sure that that kid has a place to lay his head down or her head down at night and doesn't have to worry about whether they're going to get moved out in the middle of the night or not. Doesn't have to worry if they have the 12 minutes to pack up their belongings because they're getting shifted somewhere else. But to see that step all the way through to those pictures of the kids being adopted at the courthouse, you want to just get a big flag and run around the football field and declare victory. There's no lack of reward that you get in this. What you really get from giving your time or volunteering with Heart Gallery is the feeling that you want to do it more.
What would you want to get as a present?
I really don't know. I think it's not really something material someone could give me. It's just, I guess to be able to go home, to find a home to go to that will be good for me and I'm able to settle down in.
And what age did you enter foster care?
I got adopted when I was 2, but after that I was in and out all the way up until 15. The Heart Gallery is a big factor in how my life has changed a lot. I wouldn't be with the family I'm with if all of that didn't fall in place. I went from a negative environment to a positive environment with great people and supportive people. I was used to everything just being crazy all the time and always stressed out, but now it's just like relaxing.
If you were to be able to give advice to maybe another couple that may be interested in adopting a teenager from foster care, what kind of advice would you give, and maybe why would you encourage them to do it?
For one, I would say that you can't always go based off other people's opinions of that child. You have to take the risk and get to know that child yourself. For me, my parents did that for me, and I'm here now. Although my record said a lot of negative things about me, but once they got to know who I am, a lot of it wasn't true. I'm not saying that everyone's perfect, but I'm saying that everyone deserves a chance. People didn't fight very hard for me. I had to fight a lot myself, and I want to give that back because some people just popped up in my life and fought for me, Heart Gallery being one of the. Just overall, the whole adoption process is a very, powerful thing. Taking someone else's life and you're making it better.
Since I've been in foster care, it's been houses after houses, so to finally get one family, and a family that loves me, it feels great.
You don't know what they being exposed to what they've been around. And
I mean, we started out on this journey 2 years ago, and now, you know, we have our son. We've been rocking and rolling, haven't we? I mean, busy. I mean, he's turned our life upside down, but in a good way.
I just came to the place where I thought, well, you know, I'd like to help a child. Went through Art Gallery, the website, and DHR. I decided that I wanted to help an older child because I had heard how many older children needed homes.
Yeah. It's good for the parents who adopt the child, and it enriches their life, and it's good for the child who obviously needed a home where they would be loved.
I remember the first time that Justin came to my home and throwing a baseball with him for the first time. Going to Boy Scouts.
You know, and he doesn't have to worry about being bounced from house to house. He doesn't have to worry about, you know, who loves him, who's going to always be there for him, who he can depend on.
He has blessed us in so many ways. He's everything that we've ever wanted.
You know, here's the I love you dad notes, or here's the, you know, can I come and sit with you during the, you know, when you see you're making a difference, those are kind of those little mile markers along the way.
You know, you're sharing your household and your life and your family with somebody else, and you're making them a part of yours, and it's one of the best things you could possibly do.
That, most of these children, the main thing that they want is to know that someone's really there.
And I've looked at your website forever, and I've donated money, and I've donated money, I've done all this, but this is the place that put my family together. This is the place that, you know, well, there's no way if it weren't for you guys that we would have connected, none. But because you guys do what you do, and you're here, and you drive to Pell City, and you drive to Montgomery, and you drive to Birmingham, and you petition people for this, and you get photographers for this, and you sit through these interviews of, oh my goodness, is anybody going to watch this video? They do. And I think that's what's so special.
You're not going anywhere. You're home. Nobody's coming to get you. You can do whatever you want to do to try to leave, but nobody's getting you.
They didn't give up on me at all. They told me that they loved me no matter what I was doing, and they really had faith in me.
From the time that she entered foster care to coming to us, she was in 10 different foster homes in 3.5 years.
The government's not meant to be a parent.
The lady that works the front office, she goes, we see your kids, and we know that they're adopted, and we see them smiling, and we see them laughing, and she said, she goes, I think about where would they be if you didn't say yes? And she goes, it breaks my heart